Part 2 of question 6. Okay, part 2 of question 6 is 6b. Which of the following are good examples of why biodiversity should be maintained? And you have to tick 3 correct answers. Well, the first one is that a new antibiotic is discovered in a rare species of plant. We're running short of antibiotics that are effective against bacteria. So the reason for keeping lots of different types of plant species is that one of them may have a new chemical which we need to produce new medicine. And so this new antibiotic could be found in plants which possibly are under threat. So if you protect the plants, protecting future resources, you're basically saving people in the future from bacterial infection. Another one is the gene is identified that could make crops grow in a drier climate. In the future, we may run short of places where crops can grow successfully if climate change produces different conditions for crops to grow in. So if you can find a gene in a crop which you could help then make food grow in places which are unusual for food to grow in now, such as deserts, it will increase food supply in the future. The other one is that all living organisms are dependent on other organisms for their survival. So you can't say that some species are more important than others. Each species has its role in food chains and habitats, and there may be species which we overlook, but other species that we need, for example bees, we're dependent on them for fertilising our crops, and you therefore have to produce enough food for bees for them to survive, otherwise we can't survive without them pollinating. So those 3, the second, the third and the bottom box, get 3 marks. And the last part of the question, human activity can have an unintended direct impact on the environment. Describe one example. So for this, the example in the mark scheme says, for example, deforestation causes habitat destruction, burning fossil fuels leads to global warming, or you could say climate change. Where it says ignore unqualified reference to pollution, if you just put pollution and didn't describe what kind or how it impacts on the environment, you can't get the mark. But for example, you could say using too many fertilisers on fields produces pollution in water sources, which can reduce biodiversity in rivers and streams, and that would get the mark. So you have to describe by using not only the cause of the direct impact on the environment, but the effect on, for example, other organisms.